Hey, what is up guys? This is going to be a quick review about the Connect 7-inch Windows 8.1 tablet. Now, I bought this tablet a couple of days ago from Tesco Direct. Over the Christmas break, they did reduce it down to £59 from, I think it was £99, which I think is an excellent deal for what it is and what it comes with. So I'll just go over sort of what comes with it and how it performs, etc., and I'll show you what it's like. So let's put the tablet to the side. First of all, I've opened the box. You know, the fairly standard box. The specification is basically Windows 8.1 with Bing. It has an Intel Atom processor which is 1.3 gigahertz, I believe. 7-inch screen. It has a 32 gigabyte SSD drive, 2 megapixel front and rear camera. As you can see, like a sticker has been put on the packaging. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, battery life information, and one of the really good things is that it actually comes with 1 year's subscription of Office 365, as well as 1 terabyte of OneDrive storage, as well as I believe it was £10 worth of Blinkbox voucher. So that alone with the tablet for £59 is an excellent deal. It has 1 gig of RAM. Online there are a few people who like to complain that you know, it's not enough, but to be honest, for what it is, it's actually a lot better than what it is. Could it do with more RAM? Yes, it could, but let's see what it is. I'll just put the camera down for a minute. So it actually came with a screen protector attached, and it was actually perfectly attached, minus one slight bubble there. And the OCD in me decided to sort of get a few bits of tape out and try to take the dust out, and then I just ruined it. So, you know, another positive thing is it actually comes with a screen protector attached, and then it has that little tab on here which you just pull off the top layer so it doesn't actually scratch the actual screen protector, which I thought was pretty neat. Yeah, so in the box what it comes with is a USB adapter, and a 3-pin plug, and a USB lead. That's pretty much all that comes with it, as well as just a couple of manuals and information about the storage and some contact information. Okay. Now, the actual tablet itself, it's actually really cool. And as you can see, it actually feels very sturdy. It doesn't feel like a cheap build. You know, it actually feels really well made. The back is a sort of matte rubber-like material, and it actually feels pretty nice. It does attract a few fingerprints, I must admit it does. However, it's not just a shabby piece of plastic. And as you can see around the sides, it has the volume rocker, which has a nice tactile feedback, as well as the power button, a dedicated Windows button, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, and it's clearly. But then you've got the headphone jack, mini HDMI port, then you have the micro SD port, and a mini USB port, which the adapter goes in. Okay, so if you are using a USB device with the adapter on, then you cannot charge it at the same time. Okay, just so you know. So yeah. So if we just unlock it, As you can see, it has full Windows 8.1 on it. It's not the RT version, it's the full version of Windows, and it's actually really snappy for what it is. Let's see what it let's try a game on it. So the 1.3 GHz Atom processor obviously doesn't sound like a lot. However, I think Windows 8.1 is optimized much better than it used to be in previous Windows. As a result, the software runs it well as the 1 gig of RAM. It actually performs really well, better than you'd expect it to. Oops. Right, let's wipe it down. Right, let's give it a bit more of a challenging game rather than the jetpack joyride, which probably anything can handle. So if we go there, give a racing game. Let's see how that works. Give you sort of a rough idea of what it performs like. Okay, play. I mean, it is a budget tablet, so you can't expect it to do, you know, you can't expect it to perform miracles, but it does pack a good punch. Turn the volume up a bit. Don't know what happened to the sound, but as you can see, oh. Good out of that. The software is actually very snappy. For 1.3 gigahertz, is it quad core? I think so, and a gig of RAM, it actually handles very well. Oh. It can handle split screen. Say, I could be watching something here, browsing something else there. See how it responds. It's got the full desktop view. And as you can see, it's just a bit small, but you can get used to it. But it's got the full Windows interface. Using it with the tiles itself is actually a good experience, because the tiles obviously made for made for the touch sort of interface, so nothing really feels too small. Moving about tiles. Yeah, so it's I mean, you ain't gonna be watching videos here and watching another video there, and then having loads of apps in the background, and then it will start bogging down. But that's not what it's for, really. It's a budget tablet. You know, you want to do social networking, you want to reply to a few emails, you want to check the news, watch YouTube video, that sort of stuff. That's what it's for, and it's made really well. and it's really cheap, and it does what it's supposed to do. Now, as I've previously mentioned, the tablet comes with a year's subscription to Microsoft Office 365. Now, once you activate it and set it up, it does install all these Office applications such as Word, PowerPoint, Publisher, Excel, and the rest. Now, once you open it, it does take you through the desktop. See here, okay? And if you're familiar with the Office suite, you'll notice how similar it is to what it is on a say PC or or a laptop, for example. You could use it just like you'd use it on a desktop or a laptop. So you could say pull up the on-screen keyboard and start typing away. You can then save it, do what you have to do. You can even connect via the USB port, a USB drive, and sort of save it off there, or email it, whatever you want to do, just as you would on a laptop or a desktop. Now, also what you can do is, as you may be aware, that even on Amazon or wherever, really, at eBay, other stores, you can get those cases with sort of keyboard, those keyboard cases where you can pair it up via Bluetooth. And if you're on your travels, on a journey or on a car, wherever, or you could just work on any sort of document, or even sort of if say we get for example, you wanna, we could try, say, Excel. Say you need to work on a spreadsheet. You could easily do it. I mean, it's not the biggest screen, 7-inch, but you'll get the job done. Even with the keyboard, you could start doing it. Or if you had one of those, fold-up cases, and then with the keyboard on it, and then you could do it. And I think that's actually really good, in my opinion. A very powerful, actually, for what it does. Mobile sort of mobile computer. So yeah, it is pretty great on that side, to be honest. Let's have a look at the camera. Now, if you are buying this tablet with the intention of taking photographs with it, you'd get the odd snap, but trust me, you ain't gonna be buying this for the camera, because the camera's a load of crap, basically. Most people would have a smartphone that takes better pictures and videos than this. In all honesty, you'd buy this tablet for other reasons, and the camera would just be something that it's got, rather than it having a camera and then that being the reason for why you bought it. The only sort of similar thing I seem to find on the internet is what's called Linux, or Lynx, however you want to pronounce it, which tablet which has a 7-inch and an 8-inch and a 10.1 inch, I believe, or 10 inch, something like that. I believe from looking at it, it seems to be almost identical to the 7-inch. This one, almost identical. Minus, I think the Linux or Lynx may have a touch start button here somewhere, versus here on this one. But other than that, the specifications are exactly the same. I think everything's just the same. Even the exterior look is pretty much the same. But I didn't find one specific to the Tesco Connect 7-inch tablet. I think the battery life is not great. I haven't really properly tested it yet, and the speaker is actually absolutely rubbish. Unless you're, in a quiet environment, it's okay, but give a bit of noise and you ain't hearing much. My iPhone is actually louder, a fair bit louder than this. So, just to wrap up, now, how good is this tablet? For £59, or even the original price at £99, it's a good tablet. It's well built. It's a nice compact size. it comes with free Office 365 terabyte of storage, big box voucher if you're into that. What else? It's a full version of Windows, 32 gigabytes, so not 16 gigs, 32 gigabytes of onboard storage, and you can expand it via the micro SD card slot. You can connect it to an external. It's got HDMI out, so you could connect it out to a monitor or TV or whatever using an adapter, as it's not got the full sized port. Same thing with the USB. It's a mini USB port, but then you can attach with the included cable even any sort of USB drives, playback, whatever. I mean, it is a full version of Windows, so whatever you can do on the Windows on your PC or laptop, you can do on this tablet. Obviously, you ain't going to be rendering high definition videos and whatnot, but you get what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I mean, it is good. I mean, a few bad points about it is the battery life. I've just been playing about with it for over the course of a day. It's not great. The sound is not great, and the screen size. Obviously, the screen size, it is what it is. It's not great for the desktop view. It's okay for the tiles interface, but not for the desktop view. Unless you have tiny hands with tiny fingers, which I don't know if you have. Other than that about wraps it up, I believe. If you're looking for a budget Windows tablet, this definitely is the one.